Hi everyone, Donna here. I am so happy that you have joined me here on my YouTube channel today. My niece Mary is here.
Hello.
And you know what that means. We're going to do some makeup. And basically, I want to show you how we're going to use all the products we got in our Lurella subscription box. This was my first box from Lurella, and I have to tell you, I love the box. The only thing, we're actually going to use everything that came in the box except for the eyelashes. I think I'll probably put the eyelashes, put those in my Etsy store if you're interested in those. But we got some really cool products. The first thing we're anxious to show is the makeup brushes that came in this nice carrier. Nice makeup brushes, and so we'll be telling you what what the different brushes are used for as we go. Basically what we use them for.
And they also came in this adorable
and it's a magnetic carrying case, and I like that because I can leave it right on my counter.
Yeah.
We got a nice palette with this, with the Lurella Box. Nice palette. We got the color, what do we call this? Active color. It's activated with water, so we're going to use that.
Liner.
We got a nice highlighter.
Beautiful highlighter.
Okay, and
I think that's it.
I think that was it. I'm wanting to say I paid $25 for this box, but I can't remember for sure, but I can tell you that it's a $93 value for the $25, so it is a great deal. I will put a link in the description box for you in case you would like to give this box a try. So let's get started. Of course, we're going to have to do our foundation, so we're doing a home makeup tutorial. But we are using the products from the Lurella box where those particular items are needed.
So we just trimmed her bangs. You guys should go check out that video if you haven't already, so I'm just going to pin those back.
Yeah, we just show you how to trim your bangs at home. No sense going and spending $20-some to trim your bangs when you can easily do them at home. So we went ahead and did a video on that for you. Okay, and so I will try to remember to put links for all the products we're using in a description box, provided I can find them online.
So first we're going to use the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, and this is in the color Snow. I love this foundation. I think it looks really, really great on her skin, so I'm going to just pump it directly onto the skin.
The e.l.f. is a very light foundation, which I like, especially now that we don't really have spring here. We have winter and summer.
I forgot primer.
Yeah, you did forget primer.
I did. Well, maybe we could just
just use one of the paper towels maybe. Okay, so step 1
is always primer.
And
I totally forgot, so we're just gonna take that off of her.
She's anxious to use the colors.
I am. I'm very excited. I got a little ahead of myself there, everyone.
My favorite primer is the VFX Pro from Famasi. This is my favorite primer, and it's especially good for video, if you're on camera or on video. I love that primer, so we always use that as a primer.
So I am going to use one of the brushes. First off, this is one of the Lurella brushes, and I'm just going to use this to apply the primer all over the face. And this is one of their foundation brushes. It's applying really nicely. What do you think of it so far?
That's nice. It's very soft. Yeah, these are fantastic brushes. And I love that magnetic container because it looks like, I know it's not leather, but it has a leather look to it.
Yeah, it's like faux leather.
And it's pink and it's just pretty.
Oh, sorry.
It's so pretty that you can leave it on the counter. Because most of my makeup I put in the drawers, but those I would leave on the counter.
Yeah. Look up. So I'm just going to make sure that's nice and blended into the skin. You want to make sure that you get your primer. You need a good base for your makeup. And don't forget the neck. Okay. So now we'll do our foundation. I think I am going to go ahead and just do the same method. 3 dots, and I only do this with pump applicators. With other ones I would probably have used the little brush, the Lurella brush, to apply it, but that just helps us.
I don't think I'll ever get away from putting my foundation on with a blender.
Yeah.
I really like using the blender, but the brushes I like for everything else.
Yeah, I do, like, personally I use the e.l.f. Airbrush foundation brush. It is a brush. It's like it's kind of like this. It's dense and flat, and I just pat in all over my skin. I pat in my foundation, and it comes out beautiful looking. But blenders are really nice too. I see a lot of people doing like a lot of different things. So it just depends. I still do use a beauty blender. It just depends on what step I'm on, what I'm doing, what I'm feeling like that day. Also the formula of the foundation can play a role into that. So we're going to blend that all down the neck. We just did a light coverage on the face, nothing too crazy. But yeah, so we're just patting that into the skin and the neck. And there we go. There's our foundation and our primer. Next, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do. You know what? I probably should have done your eyes first, but it's fine. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do your eyes because there's going to be a lot of fallout from these eyeshadows, I just realized. So, before we do concealer, we're going to do eyes. So, we're going to use this Lurella palette.
This one came in the box along with the brushes.
Yes. So, I'm going to use this little fluffy brush that came in the package. It's like a little fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to go in with this color called Heat. We're going to do kind of an orange sort of look today. You know what? I'm actually going to use Flames. I think Flames is more of a orange that will look good with her eye color. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on the brush. And I do like that the ends of these brushes are lighter, so we can really tell. Close your eyes. I'm going to use the concealer as a eyelid primer. We do have an eyeshadow primer, but I really like using concealer as an eyelid primer just because it's so light and it gives such a smooth, sticky base for that eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Close your eyes. And I'm going to make sure to get all in there. And then I'm going to use this flat brush too. And this is another Lurella brush. All the brushes we're using today are going to be Lurella. Everything except for the beauty blender. All of our tools will be from the box.
And this is the one she just used to blend the concealer. So You can also use that if you have an eye concealer. You can use the same brush. Okay.
Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and go into the crease with that. And if you guys can see, it is already going, it's already creating some fallout, so I'm glad I didn't do that concealer yet because, and I love this orange color. It's looking very pretty, and it's a pretty good base. So we're going to go for like an orangey, just a real big pop of color today. So I'm going to just take this out to her brow bone. Like so. Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. This brush seems to be like slightly angled. So I'm taking the angled part and packing that on from the angle, putting the angled part outwards and then blending that as I go. Here, look at me. And I'm blending that all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. I want this to cover pretty much this whole V area here. So like all in the crease, and we're going to drag it down a little bit to the lash line area. So, and then I'm just going to blend it out with this same brush to make sure it keeps that nice vibrant color without having any harsh lines or anything. So we're just going to blend that out really nicely here. Blend that into the brow bone. There we go. There's our vibrant orange. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is actually something I don't think we have done on this channel before. I'm going to take our concealer and I'm going to do what's called a cut crease. So we're going to take this flat brush that we got in the box that I used to blend out the concealer before.
And they had numbers on these so I could tell them.
I know, right?
I think that this says Lurella, but it's this one here.
So what I like to do first,
because my hand is so white, it kind of blends in, but you're not much darker than me.
Wait, here, let's do this.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys can see it.
There you go.
It's a flat brush.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little cotton swab and I'm going to wipe the area that I'm going to do the cut crease on because we don't want any of that orange getting in the cut crease. So I'm going to do the whole first half moon area of her eye. I'm going to go from the crease and I'm going to just go from here up into the crease, and we're going to do a half cut crease. We're not doing a full cut crease. So just that whole first half of her eye, we're going to wipe off all the orange so none of that orange gets in the concealer. So this is a first on this channel. I don't think we have done a cut crease yet. I've wanted to do one for a while, and I thought today would be the perfect opportunity since we have all the nice, beautiful brushes for it. So, not to mention that we're going to be using some pretty different colors today and stuff like that. So, today's look is going to be a little bit dramatic. So, if you're not into dramatic kind of makeup,
stick around anyway.
Yeah, stick around.
You can leave the dramatic parts out.
Yeah. Okay, so I wiped all that off. Now I'm just going to take, like I said, like we just showed you, the flat brush. And I'm just going to take some concealer right onto that brush. I'm going to go right from the doe foot applicator onto the brush. And you're going to need to use some precision for this part. And what we're going to do is we're going to go from the inner corner of the eye and we're going to just create a line. And then we're just going to fill in that whole, I would say this is more of like it's either a half cut crease or like a 3/4 cut crease. So like I said, what you're doing here is you're basically just cutting the crease off. You're saying, hey crease, get out of my way. So we're just going to blend this a little bit with the other side of the, and I'm just going to put some of that excess over here. But we're going to blend this out. And you can take this into your inner corners. It's honestly, you know, a lot of makeup is your own preference. So again, we're just going to take it directly off the doe foot applicator. Like so. And we're going to cut the crease. And you're going to try to make them even on both eyes. So I'm going to have her just look directly at me so I can make those lines very precise. And you're also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but you're just going to fill in the whole sort of lid area here. And the cut crease look is probably one of the most popular eyeshadow trends right now. So if you're interested in keeping on trend, Lurella is, you know, they I would say that they give some pretty accurately trendy items, especially with the water activated liner. So it looks like that, and now we're gonna just blend in this outer part. We don't want that to look like, you know, bad. And then we're gonna take the orange brush again and just kind of make sure that it gives sort of a gradient at the ends here. So, and just blend some of that concealer into it. So you want this part to stay white for now, but the edges you want to blend out with whatever color. And I didn't put any eyeshadow on this. I just used the same brush to kind of blend out that really light concealer. Okay, so now that we've cut the whole crease area and it's looking like that, you do want to make sure that your crease is nice and blended into. Make sure that this, because we did put quite a bit of concealer there, so make sure that that's nice and blended into the skin. Make sure it's not too wet or anything. So I just made sure of that with the little flat brush again. So now we're going to go back into our Elements palette. And I'm going to take, sorry about that. I'm going to take this bigger flat brush. Looks like this. It's more of a fluffy flat brush. And I'm going to take this color called Tide. And you guys are probably like, what's going on? I thought we were doing orange. Well, surprise. Surprise, surprise. We're going to take this blue and put it right on the cut crease area. And oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. So we're just going to pack that on there. And it's really going to pick up that pigment because of the fact that it's like kind of wet.
That color has a little shimmer to it.
Yeah,
well.
It does. I don't know if you guys can see. It's called Tide right here. This color right here is what I'm picking up.
It's got a nice shimmer. It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's actually really beautiful. So this is kind of like giving me mermaid a little bit with this color.
But I don't have mermaid fins.
Oh, I know. We'll have to get you some. So, and as you can see, it's kind of like a color blocking type of look. So what I'm going to do is just blend out those edges yet again. And then we're going to do the other eye. And just pat that. I like to pat my my cut if I'm doing something on a cut crease. A lot of the time, people will just leave their cut creases blank and do something else on the eye. But if I am doing something in the cut crease, I like to pat it into there. So that concealer really picks it up. Okay, whenever you look at me. Okay, and then I'm just blending the edges of this blue, making sure that it doesn't look too blue, I guess. So I do think I went a little
It's really
high
green.
right here. Yeah, it's like a greeny blue.
Almost reminds me of a teal.
Yeah, it is teal. But I thought it would look so pretty with the orange that we're doing, so and I did wipe off this brush as I'm blending it. We used one of these little brush cleaner things. So there's still a little bit of blue on the brush, but we want to make sure that this area here is not too blue. So that's what the blue is looking like. I think it looks beautiful. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush actually. And I'm just going to wipe it off. If you don't have one of these, you can use a different brush. Or if you have, I know a lot of people have multiple of different brushes. So if you have like a fluffy brush or a flat brush like this, either one will work for this next step. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this color called close your eyes. Okay, I'm going to take this color called Heat, this orange one, and I'm just going to really define that outer crease. So actually open your eyes. And I'm going to do this with her eyes open, and I'm just going to stick that like right in the crease. And it is a lighter orange, but I wanted to use it because it's more vibrant, so it'll really blend well with the orange liner that we're about to do. So that's what that looks like. I don't know if you guys can see very well, but I just did it right here in this kind of crease area. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye, just picking that up. And you do want to tap your brushes off, especially to prevent like fallout and stuff. So as you can see, the only fallout we really had was with the glitter, because glittery shadows are very prone to fallout. And I think we actually tried, was the Scandal palette by Lurella or no?
Yeah.
I think it was. So we tried a Scandal palette from Lurella that came in the Medusa's makeup box.
I think it was.
It was Slay Glam. It was
Slay Glam.
So it was in the Slay Glam box, and we tried that, and it came, that specific palette was just, it could have been just that palette in particular, maybe not the kind of palette that it was, but it was just very powdery and prone to fallout. So now I'm done with all those colors. I'm just going to take this orange brush that I used at first and make sure that these two oranges are well blended together at the ends here. So we have kind of the brighter orange on bottom, the darker kind of orange over top, and then our blue in the inner corners where the cut crease was made. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the water activated liner, which I'm very excited about. We're going to use another brush from them. This is the angled brush. This is a liner brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a Q-tip, and I'm just going to drip like a couple drops of water into, so I'm taking the Q-tip and I'm just dripping the water from that into the liner. And I'm just kind of, so what I actually ended up doing was I put some water in the lid and I just dipped my brush and then went into there, but it is pretty wet, so I would say that it is probably going to work pretty well. Oh, I just watch on my hand here. Look at that. Wow. That's pretty. Okay, so we're going to do a very thin liner on her. I'm going to have you close your eyes. And we're just going to do it right on the lash line. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. We're just going to blend this kind of, bring this whole piece together with this liner. So I'm just going to do the entire lash line and do a slight wing. It is easy to do a wing with these little angled brushes. So I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to take a Q-tip to clean that up where I need. So. And like I said, I'm glad we didn't do the concealer yet because I can clean up anything I wiped off with that concealer. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I'm just doing like a kind of structured type of winged liner, and then I'm going all the way into the inner corner for the lid portion. And I will say, like, this is a little bit more transparent than I would like. You can kind of see some of the colors of the, what is it called? The eyeshadow kind of like through it. You can kind of see the blue through it. But that's kind of what you get with water activated liners. So like I'm not trying to be super picky. But I will say that that's one thing that I did notice. I'm actually going to have you face me. Okay. Okay, so now that we've done the liner, we have this beautiful orange and blue look. I'm just going to dump out that water from the lid of the liner. And I'm going to take the instructions say anything about cleanup?
No, I don't remember anything about cleanup.
Luckily, this liner comes off very easily. It's not like super waterproof or anything like that. I was able to get it off my hand by just water. Okay, now for the concealer portion, I am gonna take the Beauty Blender and just go like this before I put concealer to kind of try and get off any fallout. So now I'm just going to take the concealer. We're using the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. And I'm just going to put that here, here, and here, and there. And I'm going to put some on the bridge of her nose. And that will also help a little with the highlighting when we do highlighter. So I'm going to do her nose first, and then I'm going to go under the eyes. Look up. So I'm just going to use that same concealer brush that I did the cut crease with, and I'm going to take that along the wing and into the inner corner of the eye to make sure that I get everything without touching the top, the eyeshadow on top. Look up. So flat brushes are great to use for your concealer. I love them. And same thing on this side. We're just going to go in with that, and then I'm going to clean this all up with the concealer brush. And that just cleans up any eyeshadow that could be lingering, or and it makes the eyeliner just look a little bit better. Look up. So we do have some blue that kind of, oops, I'm so sorry. We do have some blue that kind of came down into the lower eye, and that's okay because I actually really like the way that looks. So we're going to keep that there. If you'd like to, you can clean it off. But I like the way it looks, so I think we're going to keep it. Oh, what's that? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and use our Palladio Forever Loose Brightening Powder. And I kind of lied. Okay, we're going to actually use a contour stick because I wanted to demo this contour brush for you guys. It looks like this. It's just a dense contouring brush. So this is the stick we're going to use. It's from Wet n Wild. It's a dual-ended contour stick, and I'm just going to use the brown side, and I'm just going to go from top of the ear down, and then I'm actually going to blend that in, and I'm just going to pat that downwards. So we're just going to pat that in, and oh wow, this is blending this in so beautifully. I love this brush. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, this is doing a beautiful job at blending this in. I really like this brush for contouring. So we're going to try out the other side now. Sorry. So top of the ear, we're going to do a line. And then just pat that in. I got to move the hair out of the way. And I like to pat that like upwards, so when we do the blush, it'll really blend in beautifully to the blush. And I'm just going to take the excess from that and just go up the nose a little and on the tip of the nose. And you're just going to keep patting with your contour, and then we're going to do a little bit, just a tad on the forehead, because she does have bangs, so it's not like we will really see the forehead, but I did want to demonstrate for you all. So we're blending that back into the temples. And there we go. And that just gives that nice shadowy effect and illusion. Okay, so now that we've tried the contour brush, which I really love, we're going to go ahead and actually use that brightening loose powder. So I'm just going to take the smaller fluffy brush in the Lurella brush kit, and I'm just going to put some of that on my brush, and I'm going to actually take I'm going to do it like flat almost, like this, and then I'm going to go like this. Look up. And I'm just going to pat that under the eyes.
You need to get this box, Mary.
I know, I do. I think I do.
I mean, for $25.
I know, I really love all these products. Ooh. And a ton of makeup brushes. Like, oh my gosh. Come on.
The makeup brushes, I think, were like $35 or $40 on their own.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're really good. I love these makeup brushes. They feel good going on.
Yeah, they're just so soft. And then I'm just going to lightly dust the rest of what's on the brush into her face. And the neck as well. So, look up. I'm just going to make sure. I did kind of do a baking method under the eyes. So I'm just going to make sure that's all nice and off. And that really brightened up the face, that powder. And the brush did a really good job. I'm actually really loving it. So Then I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and just make sure that this powder is all blended in. We don't want her to look too powdery. This brush is like huge. This is like one of the biggest fluffy brushes I've ever seen.
When I first saw it, wow.
Okay, so now I'm actually gonna wipe off the smaller fluffy brush I used because we're actually gonna use it for blush. So now we'll do her blush. This is a blush that we got off Temu, and it actually has two different
it is so
blushes.
pigmented. I mean, it's amazing.
Show it.
Yeah, I ordered some more Temu makeup, different makeup than the first time, so we could show you. But I didn't order any more blush because I'm like,
this is like,
I figured we could use this one.
It's very pigmented, so I'm going to tap that off. And I'm just going to put that all on her cheeks, and then I'm going to do a little dab on her nose, as I always do. And then we're just going to blend that in with the bigger fluffy brush to make sure she's not looking.
These brushes feel so good.
I know, they are so soft. Like, putting them on your skin, even myself, like, I can feel that bounce and that just, like, softness of it. Okay.
Well, what do you think of, what are you paying for your Etsy box?
I think I pay like $15. But most of the time I get not full size products and things like that. So now we're gonna go in with the Lurella highlighter, which I'm so excited for. So we're just gonna use actually the last brush in this box. We've used every single brush so far. We've used all of these. I made them all dirty. But we're gonna use the last brush that we have, which is this big kind of fluffy brush, and this is perfect for highlighter. I was saving this best for last. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna lightly dip into that like this, and then we're gonna highlight the cheekbones. And actually this is really glittery. I've never seen a highlighter this glittery, so that's
so pretty.
That's interesting. But it is beautiful.
It's always fun to have a little glitter.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like it.
So I like to put this a little bit on the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose. So yeah, there's the highlighter. I don't know if you guys can see it very well.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's very glittery.
Yeah.
And very pretty. Like that is like.
Let me get closer. Can you guys see the glitter?
I think they can.
I think you can. Yeah, it's right in here. Yeah.
Here, let me
it's a nice highlighter.
Yeah, the only thing I will say is that your whole face is going to be glittered afterwards. So if you are into that, then you are probably going to love this. And I'm just highlighting kind of her whole face. I want to give her a nice, beautiful glow. So now I think the almost last step that we have to do is mascara. We want to accentuate those eyes.
Sorry, everyone.
Bless you.
It's very relaxing to have someone doing your makeup.
So this is the Famasi Limitless Volume Mascara, and I love using this on her. She has actually very long eyelashes. So a good mascara for her is like just a blessing. Because it could really make your eyelashes so long. Wait, just look straight. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a tiny bit on the bottom lashes. Look up. There we go. As you can see, that really opened up her eye compared to the other one, especially the bottom lashes. So we're going to do the other one. So yeah, this look is really reminding me of like a mermaid. I don't know why, but I think just like a mermaid with maybe like an orange tail. And I don't know if you guys saw, but the clips that I put in her hair are orange and blue, so I did a little bit of foreshadowing there for you all. And then I'm just going to do bottom mascara. Look up.
Yeah, close my eye. Sorry.
It's okay. Look straight. Okay, so now we've done the eyelashes, and last but not very the least, we will use this NYX Shine Loud lip gloss and Hottie Hijacker.
Is that the one you want to use since we used orange?
Yeah, we can use this. Okay. Is it bright?
It's bright, yeah.
Oh, I think I might want to go for a more natural lip.
There's this one, but there's some down in here too.
There was one that looked like very natural on you. It was a lipstick. It was from...
Oh, the lipstick.
It was from Temu. I think it might be this one. I think it might be this one. If I'm not mistaken.
It's on. It's on.
Let's see.
46 or 57.
Okay.
50.
So now we're just going to use this Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Color. And this is a bright lipstick, but we just want this lipstick to stay on. We have a very foolproof eyeshadow look, so we want the whole makeup to really stay. So this is in the color Crisp Magenta. So it is a bright magenta. Oh, that is bright. But we are doing a kind of bright sort of summery look, and I'm glad to add some pink into this to really set off those neon kind of summery elements that we have. So I'm just going to have you... There you go. Okay, so there we have our orange look, and now your hair is all like curly. Dang it.
Yeah, that's my hair.
So we did just do her hair, but now it's all crimped because of the clips and stuff. So we're going to comb it out if I can find the comb.
It might be in the video room.
It is not. It's not in there. Do you want to pause it?
Sure.
just fixing her hair so you guys can get the full essence of this look. And her bangs are kind of crimped up now, but it's okay. Just trying to fluff them up again here.
Trying to get the hair out from in front of my face.
I'm like, where does that go?
So I hope that you enjoyed this video using the Lurella products. We used every single product that was in the latest Lurella box, and except for the eyelashes, because I'm not really into the false eyelashes. They bother me when I'm wearing them, so I don't wear them. But other than that, everything else came from the box. Like I said, it was a $93 value for $25, and these brushes alone were like, I can't remember, I looked them up and I can't remember if they were $35 or $40. But these are amazing brushes.
We didn't use them.
Lipstick things down here. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we would love it if you would subscribe. We love doing makeup tutorials using the beauty subscription boxes that we get, and we do get quite a few. So we do a lot of different makeup videos. The ones that we do with the boxes, I kind of let Mary do what she wants, so you can kind of see a lot of different looks with those particular videos. So again, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you'll know every time we upload a video. Please give this video a thumbs up and let us know what you think in the comment section of this makeup look. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.